just off my night shift at the ER. We need to start planning our wedding and getting everything organized. My brain's a bit fuzzy, but we should discuss this.
You must be exhausted. But you're right, there's a lot to figure out. The biggest thing is where we'll live after the wedding. Any thoughts?
The housing market is just getting crazier and crazier these days. Even basic apartments are going for insane prices in this area.
What if we just lived at my place? It's cozy but could work for us. What do you think?
Your current apartment? What's your lease situation? I'd hate to have to move again soon after getting married. Actually, I own it outright. My dad bought it for me as a gift when I turned 25. Been here ever since.
Wait! What? You've been a homeowner this whole time and never mentioned it? That's incredible, Sarah!
Oh, come on, it's just a modest place. Nothing special, really. You're making me blush. It's around 700 square feet. Small, but should be enough space for us to start our life together. Dad got it thinking ahead to my future. He wanted to make sure I'd have a stable home base when I eventually got married. He was so smart about it. Especially seeing how crazy the housing market is now. Property values have just skyrocketed. Really grateful for his foresight. Would be tough to find anything decent in this area nowadays if he hadn't helped me out.
Your dad really was amazing! And since you're providing our home, I'll handle all the renovations and decorating to make it our space. Leave it all to me! My talented nurse is also going to be my interior designer? I must be the luckiest guy alive. But just curious, how much has the property value increased since your dad bought it? Must be significant after all these years.
Not entirely sure, but probably worth double or triple now. The location really adds value. Speaking of location, public transit access is fantastic. Multiple bus stops and a subway station within walking distance. Perfect for your hospital commute. Plus lots of shops and amenities nearby. Really no reason to look elsewhere when we have everything we need right here. The location is perfect. I've always loved this neighborhood. Feel safe walking home even after late shifts. You're right, it makes so much sense to stay. What a relief to have the housing situation figured out. Now we just need to handle the fun stuff: wedding venue, photographer, all those details.
Aren't you forgetting one important thing though?
Oh. What am I missing?
Meeting my mom! You two still haven't been properly introduced.
Oh gosh, you're right. Totally slipped my mind, must be the post-night shift brain fog.
This is exactly why I need you in my life. Even when you're exhausted, you keep me on track.
Oh, stop. You're impossible. Going to get some sleep now.
Sarah, sweetheart, welcome. I'm so happy to finally meet you properly.
Hi, Diana. I think we briefly crossed paths last year. At the hospital, maybe? I remember seeing you in passing.
Yes, that was me. I'm finally able to introduce myself properly now. I'm Diana, Eric's mother. It's wonderful to meet you at last. No need for formalities, though. I feel like I already know you from everything Eric's told me. I've been so looking forward to meeting you. My goodness, you're even more beautiful than when I glimpsed you at the hospital. Those fluorescent lights really don't do anyone justice.
You're too kind. And wow, you look incredible. I actually thought you might be Eric's aunt at first. Your skin is flawless. What's your secret?
My, quite the sweet talker. I can see why you're so successful. Must be wonderful at putting your patients at ease.
Not at all, I'm being completely honest. You truly do look amazing.
Eric has always been so particular about dating. I've been so curious about who finally managed to win his heart. Now I see why. You're not just beautiful, but so polite and well spoken. And such a noble profession, too. I'm truly impressed.
That's very kind, but I don't deserve such high praise. I'm just doing my best.
You know, you're actually the first girlfriend of Eric's I've ever met. I've waited so long for this moment. And now I hear wedding bells might be in the future? Eric's told me all about your plans.
Yes, ma'am, you're right. I'm a bit embarrassed talking about this, but Eric really is a wonderful man who treats me incredibly well. Meeting him was one of the best things that's happened to me, especially after losing my dad. I honestly don't think I could find anyone better. I never want to let him go.
That's my Eric, all right. I gave birth to him and raised him well, if I do say so myself. Isn't that right, Eric?
Mom, please, you can't just say things like that to people. This is so embarrassing.
Oh, you have no idea how popular Eric was with the ladies. The matchmakers were constantly calling about him in his 20s. I learned so much from all those meetings. He never brought any girlfriends home, though. Always said he hated the idea. I never understood why. He'd just refuse every time.
Oh my god, Mom, seriously? Please stop. What are you even talking about? Can you please not do this in front of Sarah? Please.
What? Did I say something wrong? Have I gone too far?
It's all right, these things happen sometimes. Eric really is such a sweet and kind person, though. I feel incredibly lucky to have found him.
Oh, yes. I know exactly how charming my son can be. He's certainly caught you now. You're truly blessed to have him.
Yes, you're absolutely right about that.
So you've decided to get married. I'm looking forward to it. Eric's told me some things, but not everything. Did he do a good job with the proposal? You know, women remember two moments for the rest of their lives: the proposal and the birth of their first child. A man's actions during these times can change everything. The memories last forever.
I know Eric probably should have asked for your blessing first, but everything happened so quickly. I'm really sorry about that, Diana.
Oh no, we're not living in the old days anymore. Things are different now. Times have changed. Don't worry yourself about it. I'm very happy you two are getting married. I've been waiting such a long time for Eric's wedding day. I have absolutely no reason to be against it.
Thank you so much, Diana. That means a lot to us.
However, I do have one condition.
A condition? What kind of condition?
Eric told me you're planning to stay in your house. You're living there alone now and want to share it. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. Instead of spending all that money and going through the hassle of finding a new place, we decided my current house would be perfect for us. It's in an ideal location and already feels like home. We think it's the best decision to start our married life there.
Well, I can help you out by giving you about $40,000 to cover the wedding expenses and whatever else you might need, as long as you put both of your names on the house deed.
I'm sorry. I don't think I understand.
Why are you acting so confused all of a sudden? Can you not read messages properly? I said I'll give you $40,000 for the wedding fund if you put Eric's name on the house too. Make him a co-owner of the property.
I'm sorry, but I think you're misunderstanding the situation and how I got this house. I didn't save up to buy it myself, it was a gift from my father. He bought this house for me before he passed away.
Yes, I heard about that. But what kind of man would be happy living in a house that was gifted by a woman's father? I'm trying to help you as your future mother-in-law by offering this money. I'm giving you $40,000, just take it. Then you can put both names on the deed and make Eric a co-owner. That way you both get an equal share, splitting everything 50 by 50. That's the fair way to handle this situation.
Diana, I really don't think any of this makes sense. Eric, don't you agree this is strange?
Yeah, Mom, I have to admit this is pretty weird.
Eric hasn't contributed anything to this house, and I don't expect him to. My father bought this place for me to live in. It belongs to me, so why would we suddenly put both our names on it?
What aren't you understanding? I'm offering you $40,000. You already have your own house, so once you're married, Eric will never get to experience the benefits of homeownership. How is that fair to him? What's he supposed to do?
I've owned this home for years now, and that's not changing. There's absolutely no reason to add anyone else's name to the paperwork.
My son is taking a huge loss by moving into your house. You're the only one not losing anything in this arrangement. $40,000 is a significant amount of money. Why won't you just accept it? What's the problem here? When you're married, you're supposed to share everything equally, aren't you? At this rate, you're not losing anything while Eric gets nothing. How is that fair?
Then we'll simply decline the $40,000. We were perfectly capable of getting married without that money anyway. Do you even realize what you're asking of me? You want me to add Eric's name to my property for just $40,000? I'm a nurse, I understand numbers very well. Are you completely unaware of current property values in this area? Let me make this crystal clear, we don't need or want your money. We're perfectly capable of handling our own wedding expenses without any financial assistance whatsoever from you.
Who exactly gave you permission to marry my son in the first place?
I'm sorry, what exactly are you implying? Since when do grown adults need permission to get married?
If you refuse to accept my very reasonable condition, then I have absolutely no choice but to oppose this wedding completely. I will not support this marriage in any way.
Mom, what are you talking about? How can you suddenly turn against our marriage just like that? This isn't like you at all.
You keep quiet, Eric. I'll say whatever I want to say. Are you only letting this nurse have her way because you're too weak to stand up for yourself?
Diana, I need you to point out exactly when I've ever treated Eric like a pushover. And how dare you meet me for the first time, throw around offers of $40,000, and demand I put Eric's name on my house. You haven't even bothered to ask about the property's actual value. Do you have any idea what you're asking?
Oh, I see exactly what's happening here now. You're trying to manipulate me into offering more money, aren't you? That's your real game plan. What a calculating little gold digger. I can't believe you'd try something so transparent.
No, Diana, you're completely misinterpreting my words. This conversation is clearly spiraling out of control, and continuing it will only make things worse. I think it's best if I remove myself from this situation right now. You're welcome to continue this discussion with Eric later, or perhaps we can attempt a more productive conversation another time when everyone's calmer. But right now, I absolutely refuse to participate in this toxic exchange any further. I'm leaving.
Wait just a minute. You can't just walk away like this.
Sarah! Please wait! Don't go! Sarah, I can't believe you just walked out like that earlier today. Everything that was set aside, don't you think you could have handled the situation more diplomatically? Wouldn't it have been better to just stay calm and hear Mom out? Maybe try to understand where she was coming from? You could have waited for things to settle down before responding instead of just leaving.
Exactly how much disrespect am I supposed to endure, Eric? How many insults should I sit through? What part of this situation makes any sense to you? Are you seriously suggesting I should have just sat there quietly while your mother tried to buy her way onto my house deed?
No, you're right. What she suggested didn't really make much sense.
Exactly. It's just basic common sense. Anyone can see how unreasonable she was being. Her demands were completely inappropriate, and I shouldn't have to tolerate that kind of treatment from anyone, let alone my future mother-in-law.
But Sarah, after you left and I kept listening to Mom's explanation, I started to see her point of view. Some of what she said actually started making sense to me. I think you might have gotten too emotional and missed what she was really trying to say. Maybe we could discuss everything again once everyone's had time to calm down and think things through?
Are you seriously trying to gaslight me right now? How can you possibly think anything your mother said was reasonable or made any sense whatsoever?
Think about it logically, Sarah. When we're married, my money will be your money and your money will be mine anyway. So why does it really matter if both our names are on the house deed? I genuinely don't understand why you're so against this. What's the real problem with me becoming a co-owner? Could you at least consider what Mom was suggesting? It would really help ease her concerns about our future together. Is having both our names on the deed really such a massive issue? Why are you making this into such a big deal?
Do you think this is some kind of joke? This isn't just any house, Eric. This house means everything to me. My father bought it for me before he passed away. It was the last gift he ever gave me. You know how much he wanted to make sure I was secure in my career and had a stable home near the hospital. I absolutely cannot just change the deed like this. It would completely go against everything my father wanted for me. This house is one of the few precious things I have left of him. And why are you suddenly so interested in being on the deed? This never even crossed your mind before your mother brought it up. And what if something unexpected happens down the road? We'd have to deal with those complications when they arise, and having both names on the deed would make everything so much more complicated. Plus, what's this nonsense about your money is my money and my money is your money? Aren't you just trying to claim ownership of my property by saying that? This house is my father's legacy to me, not a marriage asset.
Sarah, why are you being so stubborn about whose name is on a piece of paper? And what do you mean by if something unexpected happens? What kind of problems are you anticipating? Are you already thinking about breaking up with me over this? This is overwhelming me completely. I don't even know what to think anymore. All this time, I'd been dreaming about our wedding and spending the rest of our lives together. It's been the only thing occupying my thoughts until now. How can you already be considering breaking up? When did you start feeling this way? Have you been planning to end our relationship this entire time we've been together?
I haven't even considered breaking up with you, Eric. I'm just being realistic. There are things in life we can't predict. Nobody knows what the future holds, especially in the medical field where I see life's uncertainties every day. As a nurse, I have to think carefully about every decision I make. Marriage and legal contracts are serious commitments that need thorough consideration. We have to think about how these decisions will affect both our lives in the long run. I've already offered you a beautiful home to live in, completely free, no strings attached. I just don't understand why you're being so adamant about this joint ownership idea. The location is perfect for both of us, especially for my hospital shifts. Have you actually considered what a 50-50 split would mean financially? Do you even know the current market value of this property? Is that what you're trying to figure out with all these demands?
No, honestly, I wasn't thinking about the financial aspects at all. This is purely what Mom wants. She's not getting any younger, and compared to other people's in-laws, she's really not asking for much. She says this is her only request. Can't you just play the role of the good daughter-in-law this once and fulfill this simple wish? I really don't think she's asking for too much considering everything.
Don't ask me to play the good child when you can't even stand up to your own mother. Do it yourself if it's so important.
You know that's not something I can do, Sarah. It's your house after all. Can't you just think of it as some kind of compensation for our future together?
Compensation? For what exactly? I don't owe you or your family anything. Do you even understand how property law works? When did I ever make any promises about sharing ownership of my father's gift? Once you file those property documents, they're legally binding whether things work out between us or not. Are you seriously asking me to risk my house, my home, one of the last connections I have to my father? This isn't some minor decision, Eric. What part of this aren't you understanding? I'm trying my absolute best to explain how serious this situation is. You should be grateful I'm even still discussing this with you after how your mother behaved.
It's not like I'm asking you for money or to buy me something expensive. All I want is to have my name added to the house deed as co-owner. Why are you treating this like it's such a massive issue? Why do you keep making all these excuses? Is this house really worth more to you than our relationship?
I can't believe you're saying this to me right now. And what if the house does mean that much to me? What's wrong with valuing my father's final gift? You know what? I'm done having this conversation. Let's just stop here.
Hey Sarah, I've been thinking a lot about everything since our last conversation.
I really hope you've been thinking about the right things, or this conversation is going to be very disappointing.
I was planning to pay for all the furniture and renovations to make it our home, but what would that leave me with in the end? You'd still have complete ownership of the house, and I'd have nothing to show for it. Is that really how you see our future together? Fine then, if that's how it is, I'll just pay for half of everything instead. Why are you making this so complicated? All you have to do is add me as a co-owner. Remember what Mom said? Are you saying I can't even make a reasonable offer just because you currently own the house?
God, Eric, I'm so tired of this endless discussion. Why do we have to keep having the exact same conversation day after day? We're just going in circles, repeating the same points. Nothing has changed. Let me make this crystal clear since you're not getting it. This joint ownership thing, I will never agree to it. Not now, not ever. It's completely off the table.
But why, Sarah? Why do you have to be so absolute about this? Why can't you even consider the possibility? I'm making perfectly reasonable arguments here.
My parents worked their entire lives and saved everything they could to buy this house for me. It's one of the few things I have left of them. My father would be absolutely horrified if he could hear these conversations we're having. Can't you take a moment to see this from my perspective and understand what I'd be risking? If you're so concerned about not being a homeowner, maybe you should find someone else, someone without a house. That would be much simpler for everyone involved. We're finished, Eric. Don't try to contact me again.
Sarah, wait! What are you saying? You can't be serious. Sarah? Please respond. Please just listen to me. We're all just emotional right now. Call me when you see this message, okay? I can see that you've read my messages, Sarah. Why won't you call me back? I'm sorry, I truly am. Can we please just continue with the wedding plans as scheduled? We can work through this. Sarah, we don't need to end everything over something this minor. Please reconsider. Think about how long we've been together, all we shared. Our relationship means more than this. We need to meet and work things out. Let's meet up and talk about everything face to face. I know we can fix this if we just talk it through. Sarah, I finally understand how you must be feeling. This whole situation must be terrible for you. Mom's been trying to call you. I understand you're angry with me, but Sarah, please just talk to her. I'm begging you, just one call. I get why you won't talk to me, but Mom doesn't deserve this treatment. This is between us as a couple. We're all mature adults, can't we handle this properly?
Oh my God, I've had it with all of this. You're absolutely insufferable. This is driving me to my breaking point.
Sarah! You finally responded. I was worried you'd block me, but you've been seeing my messages all along. I can't tell you how relieved I am.
Stop toying with me, you complete jerk. Do you have any idea what this is doing to me? I can't focus on my patients or get through a single shift without your constant notifications. You're literally everywhere, even when I mute the app, your face keeps popping up. I'm at my absolute limit. You're beyond annoying. Let me get this straight, if I just answer your mom's call, you'll finally leave me alone. Stop this endless harassment? You specifically promised that's all it would take, right? And neither of us will have any regrets about this conversation later?
Please don't do this, Sarah. Can't we just meet somewhere and talk this through properly?
Meeting to talk implies there's still hope for reconciliation. Let me be absolutely clear, I have zero intention of getting back together with you, Eric. There's nothing left to discuss. Is that finally getting through to you?
Don't be this way, Sarah honey. We can work this out.
I swear to God, if you call me honey one more time, I'm going to completely lose it. Just stop contacting me altogether.
Sarah? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. What do you want?
Oh, Sarah. Eric told me everything that's happened between you two. He says you're terribly upset about the whole situation.
Upset isn't the right word. I've been forced to take a step back and examine this entire situation rationally. I've done a lot of thinking about Eric and what our relationship has become.
Please don't talk like that, Sarah. I take full responsibility. This is entirely my fault. I started this whole mess. This is my first experience with a son getting married, and I completely mishandled everything. I didn't even realize what I was saying that day. I'm truly sorry for all of it. If you want to stick to your original plan and start small in your house, just the two of you, I won't interfere at all. You have my word.
Small? What exactly are you implying by small?
Well, Eric mentioned the house is only 700 square feet. That would be quite cramped once you start having children, wouldn't it? Have you thought about that? Though I suppose for your first home as newlyweds, it's acceptable to start in your little place, even if it's not ideal for the long term.
Diana, why are you really trying to contact me? Is this genuinely an attempt to apologize, or are you just trying to upset me again with these backhanded comments?
What? I don't understand why you're getting so defensive. What did I say wrong now?
Yes, my house isn't huge. I'm well aware that 700 square feet isn't massive. But the entire property is valued at over $500,000 now. Still think that's small and inadequate?
My goodness, you're quite well off. How fortunate you are, Sarah.
I've had plenty of time to process everything. Looking back at all that's transpired between us, I've realized I have absolutely no desire to marry your son anymore. While I was ignoring your attempts to contact me, Eric wouldn't stop hounding me to talk to you. The harassment was constant notifications all day long, messages at dawn during my shifts. It never ended. I finally broke down and read one message, and honestly, Diana, this entire conversation is making me extremely uncomfortable.
You're making a terrible mistake. Do you honestly believe you'll find someone better than my Eric?
Absolutely. Without a doubt. I'm no longer in love with your son. Now that I've come to my senses and can think clearly again, everything's different. What in the world was I thinking, getting involved with such a pathetic mama's boy? I'm completely fed up with this spineless behavior. The entire relationship was nothing but exhausting. If my mother were here to witness all of this, she would have helped me see reason so much sooner. She would have chased him off herself.
Excuse me? Who do you think you are to talk about my son like that? What do you mean chase him off? Have you completely lost your mind?
I mean exactly what I'm saying, Diana. My mother would have run that mama's boy right off our property. And if my father were still alive, he'd have helped, probably using one of his golf clubs. I can't believe I wasted so much time with such a hopeless mama's boy. The whole thing is just absurd. I must have been out of my mind.
How dare you say such things? Who are you calling a loser? Where do you get off calling my son a mama's boy?
That's exactly right. Your son is nothing but a pathetic loser and a mama's boy who can't function independently, let alone maintain a healthy adult relationship. There's no way we could have ever had a successful marriage. You've made that crystal clear now. He just blindly follows everything you say without question, even when it makes absolutely no sense. As a nurse, I need a partner who can think independently and make sound decisions. He's a grown man acting like a mama's boy. Maybe it's time you start seeing him as an adult instead of your precious baby. If you can't acknowledge he's completely dependent on you, what would you call him? A successful IT professional? Please.
You're just being selfish because I was speaking truth about that tiny house. You have no idea what you're talking about. You don't know anything about Eric or the amazing life you're throwing away.
Sure, Diana, I'm selfish. Whatever helps you rationalize this situation. Keep telling yourself whatever makes you feel better about trying to buy your son's way into my property. Let me spell this out clearly. I own my home outright. It's worth over $500,000 in today's market. Let's follow your brilliant plan. You give me $40,000. I add Eric as co-owner, and we split everything 50-50 like you suggested. Here's the simple math. We'd each get $250,000 of the property value. You think it's perfectly normal for someone to basically buy half my house for a fraction of its worth? And I'm the selfish one for refusing this ridiculous arrangement? Right. Keep deluding yourself, Diana. Your logic is as flawed as your parenting.
How dare you speak to me with such disrespect? Get over here right now and beg for forgiveness on your knees. I won't let you get away with insulting my family like this.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Diana, but I'm actually quite busy right now. You see, I'm in the middle of finding a real man to share my $500,000 house with, one who can actually make his own decisions without mommy's approval. Please tell your precious son to stop harassing me. Tell him to find someone else to manipulate and control. Best wishes to you both. Have a wonderful life together. You clearly need each other.
Keep talking like that and you'll seriously regret it. You have no idea what you're getting yourself into. Sarah? How have you been? I've been thinking about you.
Great. Looks like my new phone automatically unblocked your number. How unfortunate. What could you possibly want now, Diana? Haven't you and Eric caused enough drama already?
So that's why I couldn't reach you. You actually blocked me? After everything we've been through?
I asked what you want, Diana. We have no reason to be in contact anymore. Eric and I ended things months ago. I've moved on with my life.
That's exactly why I'm calling. Since you left him, Eric has been absolutely devastated. He's completely miserable, and I don't know how to help my own son anymore. He needs you. Please, could you just come by the house when you have a chance? I know you're busy with your hospital shifts, but I want you to see for yourself. I even invited my sister to verify how bad things have gotten. She can confirm everything.
Hello, Sarah. I'm Barbara, Diana's sister. I've heard the whole story, and I understand why you were upset. Anyone would be under those circumstances. It must have been incredibly difficult. But Eric has lost so much weight, and he's not himself anymore. He's completely different since you left. Please consider visiting him. Both Diana and I truly believe it would make a difference.
Oh God, not this manipulation again. Why would I ever come there? And who are you to speak about my personal life like this? We've never even met. This is completely inappropriate.
I'm so sorry, Sarah. I made a terrible mistake. I'll apologize 100 times over. Just please come see my son one more time. I promise never to mention your house again. Not its size, not anything. Having any property at all is remarkable. Your parents were wonderful people to provide for you. I should have recognized that sooner.
Stop talking, Diana. End this conversation now while I'm still being civil. Don't make me block you again.
Wait, Sarah, please. If you marry Eric, I'll give you $200,000 on top of the original $40,000. That's nearly $250,000. I'll give you absolutely anything you want. Name your price. Money is no object anymore. Please just save my son. I'm begging you on my knees. He's been suffering for so long. It breaks my heart to see him like this. He's not the same person at all. He can barely function anymore.
That's truly unfortunate, Diana, but I've met someone wonderful, a real partner who respects me and my independence. We're getting married, and we'll build our life together in my $500,000 home, without any strings attached. Stop contacting me. Stop trying to rewrite history. This chapter is closed forever.
Sarah, please, don't go. I'm begging you to reconsider. I'll do absolutely anything you ask. Please.
Looking back now, I can see how my almost mother-in-law and ex-fiancé tried desperately to manipulate me out of my property and financial security. Their greed and manipulation only served to show me their true colors. In trying to swindle me, they lost me completely. Now I'm happily married to a wonderful doctor who respects both me and my independence. Sometimes the worst experiences lead us to the best outcomes. As a nurse, I've learned that healing often requires letting go of toxic relationships, and that's exactly what I did. 6 months after our breakup, Diana became increasingly desperate. She called relentlessly, begging me to reconsider, trying everything to convince me to marry Eric again. Her desperation was plainly obvious. Eventually, I had to block her completely. But Eric's behavior became concerning. He started showing up daily for almost 2 weeks, just standing outside my house and the hospital during my shifts, looking completely unhinged. The situation became unbearable. As a nurse, I understand mental health crises, but this was pure stalking. I had to involve the police. They issued a restraining order, though I don't recall the exact details now. Later, Eric demanded to know how I could betray him like this. He was devastated, but I remained firm. I knew I'd made the right choice for everyone, protecting both my property and my peace of mind. Looking back, they really must have thought I was naive enough to sign away my father's final gift. But I saw through their manipulation attempts. My professional experience as a nurse has taught me to recognize toxic behaviors. Life has a way of working out. I met a wonderful doctor who actually respects my independence. We're married now with a beautiful baby, building the family I always dreamed of in my father's gift to me. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!